Gentlemen and female gentlemen, today we are doing a lore dive on Vecna from D&D. That's right, we're still doing D&D lore. Apparently, he's like the final boss of D&D or something. He just showed up in Stranger Things as like some sort of guy. I don't know anything about him. I'm just excited to see what we have. We do lore dives every day here on Taku. There's a lore dive. Tomorrow we're probably going to be looking into either why Native Americans are violent lore. Or why Muslims worship a big black rock. So I'll be real, I don't know, but every day we do the most requested video from you guys. I'll see you. All right, let's see what we got.
If you asked me 10 years ago who's D&D's biggest villain, I'd have said, because I've always been scared of strangers. But if you asked the internet, you'd get answers like this guy, him.
Ooh, wait, hold up. Who are these guys? I need to do D&D lore because I'm covering all the lore.
Because I've always been scared of strangers. But if you asked the internet, you'd get answers like this guy.
Strahd, incel vampire, never heard of him.
Him.
Orcus, never heard of him. Tiamat, I heard of Tiamat. That's like the big 5-headed dragon guy.
Her.
Lolth, I know, I heard of Lolth. That's the Spider Queen from the Underdark.
Or maybe even this guy, who isn't the focus of this video, by the way. But if you asked today, there's only one answer.
All right. Look, man, I'm excited. We're going to cover all lore. All lore.
Vecna was born at the tender age of 0, a human on the planet Oith in the city of Fleet. Did you just say Vecna was human? When Eve of Ruin says he was a half-elf? Typical trash clickbait nonsense. I know!
Whoa.
Okay, I know. The lore on Vecna is contradictory. I'ma just put up these asterisks where sources diverge, okay? He was at least half human and was born in Fleeth.
I mean, I think it's pretty fair to just always call him half human from this moment forward.
Was part of the untouchable caste, the lowest of the low in
Oh! That's rough, buddy. That's rough.
Hierarchy of the city, and was trained in magic by his...
There were like black people in the 1800s or white people in the 2000s.
Mother, Mazel. What a nice mother-son bonding experience. Oh, she's dead. Yeah, you're not allowed to practice.
Wait, bro, this dude murders his mom? That's crazy.
Witchcraft in Fleeth. The brutal death of his mother, combined with his own...
he didn't kill his mom. Someone else killed his mom. That's better.
Growing fear of mortality and appreciation of thrash metal pushed Vecna to dive deeply into the dark arts.
Nice.
There are
Makes
a bunch
sense. I would
of
do
theories
that.
on how he actually became a lich. Some say he learned the ritual directly from Orcus himself.
I have no idea who Orcus is. We have to do a lore dive on him too, I guess.
This is the demon prince
As you know, I do a tier list. Every single D&D video, I'm covering, I put a tier list where I put the thing we cover on a giant tier list of D&D stuff.
Undead, but honestly, that's a different video. Another theory is that he attained power through years of horrific exploitation of incalculable innocent people, like how Nestle did. But the most widely accepted theory went like this.
You mean like he was like Dr. Fauci kind of guy, you know, just jabbing people with all sorts of bullshit until eventually he became a demon lord. Exactly like Fauci.
Hey, child, do you want to learn some magic?
Wouldn't it be nice if we were all...
This is Moxilic, said to be the literal personification of the concept of magic. They're one of the ancient brethren, being so old they might predate the gods. The Lady of Pain and Asmodeus
Is that even a real thing?
might be part of this group.
Is that Asmongold? The hell demon? Bro.
Too. In fact, some sources say this serpent is Asmodeus, but that's a different video. By whatever means, Vecna became
I like this guy. This guy's
a
funny.
lich, and the first ever.
So Vecna became a lich. Asmodeus is just Asmongold lore. Dude, we have to do Asmodeus lore, I guess. Definitely subscribe for more D&D lore. We're covering all of fiction on this channel. I don't know if you've heard.
Lich as well. That means he is immortal, an undead whose spirit puppeteers
Not that lich. That lich is scary.
a physical body. You can't kill a lich.
I like that. So he's already strong, all right? I get it. So he started off as a half or more human. Mom died. He became an edgelord. He started talking to demons and shit. You know, classic. You know, he was a Democrat, so he was talking to demons. And then all of a sudden, he decided to become a lich, which is like a Democratic congressman.
Generate a new form.
It's the Democrat congressman of D&D creatures.
even if its body
I
is
just say this to piss people off at this point. I literally just say it to annoy people. And, you know, it works, so obviously I'm doing a good job.
totally destroyed. The only way to put one down for good is to destroy its phylactery, the
Bro, is its phylactery just like its penis or something?
spirit jar used to store their life force. It's
Yo, I have to do a Lich deep dive at some point, because that sounds cool. So they have, like, their lore, their ectoplasm in, like, a little jar somewhere, like a Horcrux, and they're just wandering around as, like, this invincible asshole just wandering around. That's pretty sick. Okay, that's cool.
basically a Horcrux, like from Lord of the Rings, or the One Ring, if you're familiar with Narnia. Vecna is now immortal. He looks like garbage, and he's starting to write a Twilight fanfic novel that will come to be known as the Book of Vile Darkness. Not much is known about the first
pretty edgy.
1,000 years of Vecna's lichdom. It's like your first year in college. The whole thing, total drunken blur. What we do know is he re-emerges in history a millennia after his transformation, ruling an entire empire in the Sheldamar Valley on Oath as a Lich King. During this reign, he took revenge on the city that killed his mother and nearly destroyed Fleet until the clerics of Fultus blasted him with what every basement-dwelling nerd fears most: sunlight.
No!
Or more accurate.
Wait, so liches can't, like, survive in the sun? Become like this immortal deity, can't go outside?
Really concentrated divine sunlight that struck the left side of his body. Vecna was only saved thanks to his apprentice, a cambion named Acerarak. Look, it's the guy!
No, it's the guy! I recognize that guy!
It's the guy from the cover of the book!
Bro, wait, a Acerarak guy, wasn't he like a Magic the Gathering card? Once upon a time?
Acerarak was a half-demon, and his mother was also murdered at a young age by the people of his village.
Bro, I'm noticing a trend. All right, I'm noticing a trend. You got all these guys, their mom gets killed by villages of retards, and then they become fucking Skeletor infinite demon retards, and then they kill everybody. I'm noticing a trend here.
And not content with only ripping off Vecna's backstory, Acerarak also craved lichdom. In fact, he craved it so much that he actually set up the ambush on Vecna to happen so that he could swoop in and save the day. That is...
Bro! That's crazy! This dude is like the Syndrome from The Incredibles. He prepped an entire epic plot to destroy Vecna so he could save him so he could become a Lich. That is dedication.
Is S-tier
He's also a Democrat. That's what I'm saying.
Bitch behavior. And after years of sucking up to Vecna...
Holy shit, this dude literally simped his way to the top.
Acerarak finally learned the secrets of lichdom for himself. He then fled, knowing Vecna wouldn't tolerate another Lich as competition. He'd go on to create something called the Tomb of Horrors. Oh, sorry, the Tomb of Horrors.
Oh my god, this is wild, dude.
But honestly, that's a different video. Vecna was furious that his secrets got out, and henceforth swore to keep all his fanfics locked tightly away, earning a reputation as a keeper of secrets and mysteries. This also left an opening for a new bestie, and guess who's got 2 thumbs and psychopathic tendencies? Cass was originally a paladin pledged to a god of death, but was seeking a little more purpose in life.
Dude, I absolutely love D&D lore. A paladin pledged to a god of death? That is so sick.
EJ also says Cass gives Theater Kid energy, so make of that what you will.
Okay.
Also, do you remember the city Vecna was battling before he took a faceful of Godflame? Well, he's finally won. After crushing the city's defenders, Cass tortured a prominent family in front of Fleeth officials for an entire day, and then forced them to listen to Lil Dicky featuring Chris Brown for an entire 2 minutes. Amazed by this cruelty, Vecna upgraded Cass to BFF and then slaughtered every person in Fleeth.
Okay, so this Vecna guy, he really, he had a hate boner that he carried this hate boner around for 1,000 years, dude.
Except the officials. He then let the officials go after stacking the skulls of everyone in the city in front of them so they might live with their failures.
Oh my god! This guy's cooked! Holy crap!
They must have felt like the luckiest people in the world. Yeah. Oh, you're letting us go? Oh, no. I loved all those random poor people. The weight of my failure. Oof. Owie. Okay, bye. With Acerarak gone, Cass is now Vecna's most trusted lieutenant, and this worked great. Cass had no ambition for the same power that a Serorak sought, so it was a healthy, consensual sub-dom relationship. But then, Vecna gave Cass a devastatingly powerful sword infused with a fragment of Vecna's own consciousness.
Damn.
It's a great plan. It's a great plan, except Vecna is an asshole. And so is the sword containing a fragment of his personality. It
No shot, bro.
started whispering to Cass, convincing him that he should rule instead. Cass chose his moment of betrayal at the most ironic moment, when Vecna was attempting to achieve apotheosis in his rotted tower. This ritual would have seen Vecna ascend to godhood, but instead the two had a vicious fight that saw Cass banished to Ravenloft and Vecna's entire body destroyed except for his left hand and eye. Now, my favorite
That's pretty rough, I'm not gonna lie. That's awful.
interpretation of this story
His own soul is such an asshole. It's seducing people into betraying him. Bro, this guy's incredible.
suggests that the only reason Vecna's left hand and eye weren't destroyed is because they were blasted by divine energy from those Faltus clerics earlier.
That's pretty
Thus, in a way, a Serorak actually did save Vecna's life, which is just nice storytelling.
That's actually pretty cool. All right, betrayed by his original homie. That betrayal that got him blasted by holy energy protected his eye and hand from being obliterated when the Vecna soul asshole in the sword betrayed the original Vecna and almost killed him. Dude, this is wild. Dude, I like this guy. This guy's cool.
Vecna's partial apotheosis ritual and the faith of his followers allowed his spirit to endure after his battle with Cass, and he became worshipped as a demigod of secrets on Oath. His cult even nearly managed to raise him to full godhood, but the power of the simp only goes so far. Over the course of this potential ascension, there are many, don't worry, Vecna managed...
So Vecna's entire story throughout, like, all of D&D is just constantly trying to ascend to godhood while his simps go out and just wreak havoc on the land.
To kill 7 of the 8 wizards of the Circle of 8 through the body of Halmadar the Cruel. And these guys were no joke. We're talking about the biggest wizards in the business, whose names are all over the D&D magical canon. Bigby, Nistel, Jalazi, Otto, Rari, all dead.
Oh
Only
my
Morgan
God.
Kanan was able to survive. Granted, the others came back, but do not sleep on demigod Vecna's power. He is probably the strongest wizard in the multiverse.
That is crazy. So this dude actually straight up murked all, like, he Order 66 the wizards.
Ultimately, the ritual to bring Vecna to full godhood failed, and he was banished to the realm of Cavatius on the elemental plane of Ash, which was then pulled into Ravenloft itself. Garbage place to be, but that's a different video. This made Vecna and Cass roommates again, and Cass had been twisted into an immensely powerful vampire by this time. Or he always had been. Cass is another of those characters who really puts the dick in contradiction. The two fought each other endlessly over control of this hellscape. Some say they were cursed by the dark powers to never see victory, forced into an endless, hateful stalemate. Others say the pair were secret lovers.
No one says that.
In probably his most infamous act, Vecna managed to escape Ravenloft by absorbing the divine essence of Luz, the Oitharian god of deceit and evil.
Oh shit.
Bam!
So
Vecna
bro
is
actually killed a god to escape from, like, this hell world.
finally a greater deity, full-on god mode. He then managed to break his way into the
So
city
he did actually ascend to godhood at some point. Dude, that's a crazy story.
of Sigil, the city at the center of the Outer Planes, being the only deity ever to do so. His plan was to recreate the multiverse in his image. Vecna merchandise as far as the eye can see. We're talking Vecna bobbleheads, Vecna plushies, a Vecna McDonald's crossover meal called the Vecnugget Combo. But his plans were thwarted by adventurers, assisted by the Lady of Pain in the adventure Die Vecna Die. After
It's a good adventure. I would call the book that too.
he lost, he was separated from Luz and demoted from his greater deity status. The Lady of Pain then sets about reconstructing and repairing the damage to the multiverse Vecna did, which is when 2nd edition becomes 3rd edition of D&D and explains the many changes to magic and the multiverse at this time. Understandably embarrassed, Vecna laid low for a long time, collecting Stranger Things royalties and ruling as a lesser Oitharian deity. At some point, he stole one of the mysterious black obelisks and and used them to erase their creators, the Weavers, from existence.
Oh my god. This dude's just doing, like, he lost, like, his epic strategy, so he just goes out there doing side quests, genociding different races? Oh my god, that's crazy.
Why did he do this? We have absolutely no freaking
Because fuck the Weavers. Because fuck the Weavers. That's why he did it. Alright, you don't get to question Vecna, okay? Shut up.
idea, seeing as the plot thread was completely abandoned by the developers, as Brodius is the truest evil after all. This all brings us to the events of the 2024 adventure Eve of Ruin, where Vecna and his followers once again try to raise him to the status of greater deity. Oh, look, guys, sometimes...
This dude really they can't get rid of this guy. He just keeps coming back.
You just gotta keep trying the same plan. It's gotta work eventually, right? The heroes have to use the legally distinct Infinity Gauntlet to stop him. Cass was also released from the domains of dread by the Dark Forces during this time, knowing he'd go straight after Vecna and potentially finish him off. This means the heroes have to stop Cass as well, because nobody steals our glory. The story concludes with Vecna's ritual being disrupted, again, and he gets kicked back to Oith, again, where he remains a demigod to this day. He's evil.
He'll be back, guys. Don't worry. He'll be back. This dude just doesn't stop.
Basically unkillable.
Dude's like Napoleon. They keep throwing him on a further island, and he just keeps coming back.
And he's a great example of what millennia of unchecked mommy issues does to a guy. Credit where credit is due, though. Considering how much he's bounced around from man to lich to lesser and greater deity and back, he's remained a terrifyingly powerful wizard and constant multiversal threat, largely due to his infinite lifespan, incredible patience, and towering intellect. But don't get it twisted, kids. Vecna is a failure. He was the first lich, but despite his best efforts, the secrets of lichdom have long since spilled out. You can't...
He's like the OG guy that figures something out, and then everyone, like, I mean, he was literally trapped in hell for like a millennia or something, you know?
Can't swing a cat in the Forgotten Realms these days without bumping into a lich, and they've even got Draco-liches now, but honestly, that's a different video. Like these are all different videos, you should watch them. Thanks to Ash, Ellie, AJ Pickett, and Genghis Sean.
That was a good video. That was a good video. I'm gonna probably do more of this guy's videos on D&D. Definitely subscribe. Hell yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I think Vecna's cool. I'm not gonna lie. I would put Vecna, A or S tier. I really like him. The whole idea of starting off as a lich, starting off as a human, mom dies, becomes a lich, interdimensional, existential threat forever. I'm gonna put him in S tier. I think Vecna's an S tier D&D creature. So definitely subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for being here, everybody. Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.